Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Zakuchevsky, I'm one of your TAs, and today I'm going to be teaching you all about the production possibility frontier. In this unit, we will discuss how to make a production possibility frontier graph, or the PPF graph, and what we can do with the production possibility frontier, PPF. We're going to start with an example. You are the mayor of Townsville, a small town reliant on its agriculture. You can farm two different plants, corn and wheat. You have 80 square kilometers of land to use for farming. 1 square kilometer can produce either 2 bushels of corn or 1 bushel of wheat. There are two main questions. The first is how we can model this information so it's easier to use. The second is this an efficient use of our resources, or is our use of resources efficient? Basically, the second question is, are we not wasting anything? The answer to this question is the possibility production frontier, the PPF. But how do we make a production possibility frontier? Well, that's a good question I just asked myself. So now I'll explain. Also, I would encourage you to pause the video at times and work through this example with me on a graph paper so that you really understand what's going on. Step 1, find the maximum possible production. Assume you devote all the land to the production of a single good and mark that point on your graph paper. It doesn't matter which good is on which axis. For the example, I did it with both on both axes, so that you can see what it looks like. But you do not have to do that. So you can see on one graph, I have corn on the y-axis and wheat on the x-axis, and the other one, I have wheat on the y-axis and corn on the x-axis. Step 2, you draw the curve or the line. Draw the line showing the relationship between the two goods. In our case, the relationship is linear, so the lines will be flat. Again, I did both goods on both axes. You do not have to do it. Do not worry. You only have to do one. Step 3 is to interpret. Now we have completed the PPF graph by appropriately allocating land. We can achieve any point on PPF's curve or line based on Townsville's needs. Finally, you can visualize the PPF as a table. It is easier and more accurate to answer these questions using math instead of the graph. Personally, I like the visual component of the graph, so I always draw the graph, even in my advanced classes. If you are asked to make a table of your PPF, you have to determine the cost in time, land, hours, whatever, to make each good. For our example, we have corn and wheat as goods per square kilometer, and then we have them again as corn and wheat as square kilometers per good. So you can see as goods per hour, for corn you get 2 goods per square kilometer. For corn, you get 2 goods per square kilometer, and 1 wheat, you only get 1. And then land per good, it takes half a square kilometer to make 1 bushel of corn, but 1 full square kilometer to make a bushel of wheat. Now you can answering questions. You can be asked questions like, is a certain level of production feasible? Can you produce 70 corn and 50 wheat? I'd recommend you pause the video and solve that for yourself. The answer is no, it is outside of our PPF. Or another question could be, is a certain level of production efficient? You produce 90 corn and 30 wheat. Can you produce more of either good? I'd again recommend you pause the video and make it and answer it for yourself. The answer is no, you can make 100 corn while making 30 wheat, or 35 wheat while making 90 corn. A quick thing I want to make sure to talk about is the curved PPF graphs. Most real-world PPF graphs will look more like this one, like the one on this slide with a curve, as most real-world relationships are not linear. The curve implies that there is a benefit from mixing productions of goods. In our example, that means there's a benefit to making some corn and some wheat. You can see something similar to this in problem sets, and if you continue taking economics courses, which I really hope you do, you will see more on curved PPF graphs in microeconomic theory. Now for a quick summary. PPFs are an easy display for the relationship between two goods that can be produced. PPFs as a table are an easy way to work with the relationship between the production of two goods. PPFs show how to be efficient in production. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.